dust bath over there? Yeah? So I wasn't expecting it until this weekend actually, but I came out this morning and just lifted up the butt of my broody hen, and she had an egg that was hatching underneath her. I came out about an hour later and there was a baby chick up and running around. So I'm going to see if we can't catch her because she's been running back underneath Mama when I come in here. So we'll see if she'll let us see her. Let me see your baby. Say hello. I don't know if you guys can see her on the camera. There she is. You can see a little face. Say hello. So we're going to let her have this whole coop to herself with the babies now that they're hatching. And so we're shutting the door, and there's a nice window in here so she can get some light and some air. And we switched the food over, and I'm probably going to bring out some straw just to freshen up the bedding a little bit. It's still pretty clean, but it could use a little bit of freshening up. So I'll probably come out and put some nice straw in here and stuff. So hopefully we'll get some more chicks out of her. I did make one mistake. I should have checked her a little bit more often. Some other hens had laid some eggs and she took those eggs. So she had a little bit more eggs than I'd want her to have. So I was a little concerned if she was able to keep all the eggs as warm as she should have. But so far, since we've got a baby, it seems like she did. So hopefully we'll see over the next couple days and get a couple more babies. I know, Mama. Won't leave you alone to take care of your babies. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm pretty psyched about that. So this is the first time that we've gone ahead and actually bred our own chickens. I've always bought day-olds before, but now that we're on the new land and we have some more space, we're giving that a shot, especially because she really wanted to go broody. She kept trying and trying, and I was stopping her. I always felt bad kicking her off her eggs. So now she gets to, so she'll be satisfied, and we'll get some more chickens and all that good stuff. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Hey guys, so I wanted to give you just a quick little walkthrough update on how everything's doing. And I am happy. First things first, as you can see that our black raspberries here are starting to ripen up nicely. And they're all coming in. So I'll probably come out and start harvesting these as they ripe. I don't know how many I'll get. My husband keeps coming out and eating them all as they turn the right color and get to a good sweet part, but they're all around, so that's great. They're coming in. This is the one patch that's coming in so far. We have patches all over the yard. This is the first one that's actually starting to give berries from it, so that's pretty exciting because we love blackberries. Those daisies are opening up nice. Got a few of them that have opened. I really love these flowers. They're nice and bright and attractive. They attract some good pollinators. And I have a question for you guys. I don't know if anybody knows how to do this or if it will work, but we did do it as bad time, as I've talked about before. Transplanting when things are flowering are not the right time to do this, but I knew somebody was getting rid of a bunch of milkweed because it was overtaking, so they like to only leave a few plants. So we tried to transplant a few of the milkweed plants because I would love to have milkweed here, and as you can see, it did not make it. It did not like the transplant at all, unfortunately. So I'm going to leave it and see if maybe the roots make it and they may send up new sprouts or come back next year. I'm not going to go ahead and rip them up. I'm just going to leave them as they are. But they unfortunately didn't make it at all. So I don't know if anybody knows about transplanting milkweed, if there's any tricks to it, or if it just doesn't make it. We tried, but unfortunately it was a failure. Our daylilies are all opening. Wild daisies down there that don't mow over. Got these purple flowers too that we leave, and we always try to, when we mow, we leave different patches of the yard that are flowering that we don't mow so that they can really do their thing, because the pollinators were loving them. As you can see, the bee that was right there, and it did have a bunch of butterflies and moths on it. Whatever this purple flower is, I don't know what it is, but right now it's got quite a few bees on it. And it's all over here, this grass sticking up that you can see. So try to leave some flowers for those pollinators to get around. These have been opening up and closing and doing their thing, so we should be getting some good fruit off of there soon. And we have We've got some massive cayennes that are coming in. You can see one good one there. I've been doing all kinds of weeding, but I can't keep up with it. There's areas of the garden I really gotta do. You can see that coming in really well. Bunch of green guys starting to come in. Got one there. All the plants are like that right now, about at that stage. And we've more or less stopped tilling the potatoes at this point. I might hill a little bit more, but I think we've stopped now because a few of them are starting to flower, which are nice because that'll also attract some good pollinators. And our onions are blowing up like crazy. Got little carrot tops coming in. Cucumbers over here are still flowering a bunch, which is good. Not everybody's opening right now. It's kind of cloudy out, but we've got a bunch of flowers on there. Broccoli's blowing up. Our green beans here are also starting to flower a bunch, which is great. And our peas are starting to take the trellis over, which is also good. And it's interesting, I talked to you guys before about how none of the lettuce and kale or anything like that came in, and so I just kind of let that part of the garden start taking itself back over. And I came out, and all of a sudden, after we had some rain coming in, I've got a whole bunch of kale, and it's all of a sudden sprouting. Oh, and a nice little moth there. And we have a bunch of different lettuces coming in. And musculin greens, got some there, so I started coming in and weeding around them to give them their space. Lettuce variety over there coming in. The ones on the back side aren't doing anything, but these two rows suddenly started coming in after all this time. And then our cabbages are still doing really well. I have two over here that started getting eaten a little bit by something. You can see some of the holes in there. And same with the one next to it. These are the Savoy cabbages. They're not too bad, and I haven't seen any bugs, so I don't know if something just found it for a couple days. It doesn't seem to be getting worse, so hopefully that's it. I did lose one of my purple cabbages. It never really did anything, and you can see it. Something happened with it, either not enough water or nutrient burn, or it just didn't do what it was supposed to and is dying off. And everything else is doing really, really well. And all those, let me step over the onions here, all those pumpkins and squash that we planted, everybody's coming in really nice. So I just wanted to update you guys on all that too. And I will see you on the next one. I hope everybody's having a beautiful and wonderful day and are enjoying themselves and getting some stuff done and hopefully getting to relax a little bit on top of it. And we will see you on the next one. God bless and bye-bye.